Hey YouTube, it's Tootie. We're booting.
Looks like
Booting.
back on the menu, boys!
Dang! How we diddling? We're 1 week, less than a week, 6 days till Manchester. Bit of an update on that one. I'll do that after I've done a couple of trades and kind of like a gift. No, it's a trade. It's definitely a trade, but a trade gift and a definite trade. So what I was going to say first, YouTube of the month. Well done to Sir Nova of the Bug. That was it was really fun to watch that just play out, you know, in terms of all the banter and the kind of like infighting or whatever. I did want to get some like the Three Stooges, you know, Mo and stuff when it started. I couldn't find a proper clip though, because that would have been quite funny. But yeah, thanks guys, thanks to everybody who, you know, took to vote in and stuff like that, and for the guys that were nominated for being such good sports, and you know, really getting into it. Anyway, we've got some pickups and then we've got some booter. Actually, I've got that as well, so I need to put that somewhere. But firstly, we've got a kind of like a gift, a sort of weirdly gifty trade. Anyway, this is from Gamer Geek World. I shouldn't say his name actually. I did have his name. I posted it. I can't remember. The old man and the little man. He was asking about Soul Blade. Said, look, send me your address, mate. You're more than welcome to have it. And he's very kindly sent me a couple of bits back. He didn't have to. I said this to him. I said, look, you don't need to do this. He did. Sent me a note. Hi Stuart, thanks for the game, mate. It was much appreciated. Me and Little Man have had some great battles on it already. Here are some games, my friend, to say thanks. Me and Little Man are loving your channel. Have a great one, Gamer Geek World. Same back to you, pal. I really do enjoy it. Very entertaining. So a couple of games, I've got both of these, but quite a nice case here. It is Need for Speed Most Wanted. I'm sure I could find home for that, and I'm pretty sure he wouldn't probably mind me if it ended up being a bit of CX trade fodder. Now this one I need to check. I need to check my copy, because this is it's a nice clean copy, as a fluffy gamer would say. And it is Batman Returns on the Sega Master System. It's even put in a nice tissue. But yeah, it's fantastic condition. So I do just need to check mine, just in case. You know, there might be the insert or I mean, that cart is absolutely immac. So please go and check Gamer Geek World out. Gamer Geek World out. And I've got to not try and rush this video. It is the Merseyside Derby. Bit of push for time today, but I don't want to rush this. Yeah, let's go and check them guys out. Awesome stuff. Right. And booter. We mow the lawn, put up the shops, fucking walk the dogs. Right, I did a trade with a chap called Retro Roberto. Got a new YouTuber, relatively new. Does a lot of car booting, a lot of pickups. I don't think there's any gameplays in it. I ain't been subbed to for too long, to be fair. Too many M's there. But I found him from... Where did I find him from? Shit, was it a comment off my video or was it someone else? I can't remember now. I found him anyway. I found you! But yeah, some great grabs. Like I say, fellow booter. I said to him, yeah, he picked some particular items up. I asked him a question regarding them. He said, well, I don't really collect from too much. And I was like, well, look, I'll be interested in X, Y, and Z. We worked it out anyway. We've got a deal sorted. He's got his couple of bits that he wanted. I've got these bits. And to be honest, the packaging was above and beyond what was needed. Turned up in his box. I want to show you what they are. Then this was like, on the side, I was kind of thinking, I haven't ordered anything like that, because I was expecting these just to come in like a jiffy bag, which would have been more than enough. So Rob has gone above and beyond there, it really has. And it's in this bag, so as you can probably guess from that, they are Game Gear games. Superb packaging, honestly. I feel a bit bad because I just set mine in. No, I did wrap them in and then put them in bubble wrap. I did sort of do that. But yeah, I was expecting. It's four Game Gear games in that massive box. I only asked for 3 and he's chucked me in the Brucey, so again, awesome stuff. We've got Predator 2. I've got a weird thing for the Game Gear and I don't know what it is. And I don't mind them just in the loose carts, to be fair. J-Park. And the awesome, the mighty Streets of Rage 2. So, they're what I asked for. Equally, I wasn't really aware of this, they all come with manuals. Top stuff, but what he'd done is chuck this cart in, and I didn't know. I say I didn't know, to be honest, the Game Gear didn't really take off as much as the Game Boy, did it? And these were rife on the Game Boy, I mean, fucking on the DS and everything. So you probably got a rough idea what it is. It is a Super GG21, and it's got a shit ton of games on there. I'll just show you. You can pause it. But clearly, off some of these names, these are Master System ports because Pit-Pot wasn't on the Game Gear. Neither was My Hero, nor Teddy Boy. Sonic 3, really? Satellite 7, Machine Gun, Astro Flash. So, well happy. Please go and check Rob out. You know, I mentioned it before. Look up them suggestions. We all got to start somewhere. Rob's got it. He's got a very nice way about him. Very slow paced. Reminds me very much of Phil Kett. You know, in that sort of, you can just listen to him talk for a while. You know, it's a good watch. It's a good watch. Right, trades. Don't want to forget anything. Right, I managed to grab this off of eBay for a couple of quid, and it is, I don't know if you see that, it is a component lead for the OG Xbox, which I've had sat over there for, I don't know, ages. That would come from Pat via Beeps. It's modded. And I mean, a stubborn bastard. Well, actually, no, I haven't. To be fair, I'm still waiting for one more component for the setup that I want, which is coming from America. I've got it probably about 10 quid cheaper than they were trying to sell them for. It's basically the X-Arcade adapter. I'm rattled on about that before, but essentially, yeah, I managed to pick one up. Bided my time on the flea debate. One went. Last one I've seen for sale in the UK went for about 40 odd quid. So I've got this. To be honest, half of it's the postage, about 16 quid postage. So I said to the guy, look, mark it down, I don't want to get stung for import tax, I won't be happy. So that should complete it then, that should give me the setup that I need, which is, like I say, be able to use X-Arcade, maimed Xbox, and then the component lead. I'm going to see if I can stick that in the front room. Get the gills and the kids playing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, arcade and stuff like that. Okay, right. We've got a bit of booter and some, like I say, pickups in the wild. So I'm doing the pickups in the wild. I'll grab these, 50p each. I don't know, I can't leave them there. And there's some good titles. One of them is kind of like a disc only, but it's sort of, you'll see anyway. So OG Xbox, 50p each. Rattle through these. So that's the one that's just, it is the original disc. And Star Wars Knights 2. I think the discs ain't the greatest. I don't know if they'll play or not. Again, maybe when I get the Xbox set up and might chuck them in, I don't know. But 50p, I thought I'll grab them anyway. Right, what we've got now, we've got obviously actually, we have got my favourite shop, but I'll come to that in a minute. Grab this from a local indie store, $2.99. I did have to check my my app because I wasn't sure, because there's a few of these, I think it's 2 or 3 of these games. It turns out I haven't got, it does look pretty impressive graphically, I must admit. Anyway, it's Tiny Toon Adventures, Buster and the Beanstalk. The case was fucked, it had a big dirty crack on it, so I sorted that out. Oh, you see them graphics, they do look quite impressive. Again, it might be completely shit, but it's all there, it's all complete. So yeah. I think that was I did say a couple of quid, didn't I? I said like £2.99, something like that. I think it's £2.99. Right, this was a great find actually. There's a few of these games out and I always seem to pick the wrong one. But I wasn't even convinced when I grabbed this, to be honest. It's not until I got back and thought, oh thank God it's the right one. Because there's been a couple of these that I've grabbed and it's been the wrong sort of game. On the PS2 from a charity shop, £1.99, TT Superbikes. Real Road Racing Championship. So you might think it's probably worth about one. Actually, it's not. CX out at 18 quid. There's a couple of these ones that like the TT, the Isle of Man TT games that are quite sought after, quite valuable if you like. But there's some other ones like I think it's the Capcom ones, or the Namco ones, that look a lot better than this, like graphically. And you think, I bought them a few times thinking it's these ones, and it's not. So I think the other one's got some guys with the helmets on, like the motorbike caps. I can't remember now, but I think this is probably the most expensive one of them lot. Quite a late release in a newer case, in fantastic condition. So yeah, 18 quid's worth there. Who'd have thunk it? Who'd have thunk it? Right, talking of CEX, what does Chef call it? Sexing. Right, so sexing. Someone actually said that when I was in the shop. When I was in CEX, I sorted out again. You guys probably can't see. I think just here there's some setting. I've reorged again because I had a pile of GameCube games that needed to be filed away and stuff like that, and it's just got ridiculous. I've had a bit of a sort out, not like not selling stuff, just sorted stuff out really. Moved a bit of stuff out, so all the Saturn games on here and whatnot. But yeah, there was just too many Cube stuff piling up, so I had to sort that. Anyway, and aside from that, I went through the 360 titles and just thought, look, am I going to play that? Can I get it on the PS3? Yeah, right. Let's go into CX, get some credit because I'm 30. I think about 30 games now left. For Cube set, and a fair chunk of that, probably maybe half of it, are the sort of foreign ones. Say foreign ones, the European ones. So getting there, and that's just sort of money better spent elsewhere. Case in point, I don't think I've shown these. I'm pretty sure I haven't, because otherwise there would be in clear polythene bags. I bought this. I bought it again. It was only a couple of quid. This one's complete, and it is Pro Tennis WTA Tour. I did contemplate taking my one back. Let me just have a quick look. It's 2 quid. The game's 2 quid. So I just thought, you know what? For 2 quid, fuck it. I'll keep it for the case. Yeah. So anyway, WTA complete. Disney Party. I'd missed out on this one before. That's complete on their site, so I'm quite happy to get that. Right, this one. The first one I'd seen this on CX's website. It's not an expensive game at all. It's just, again, one of these ones that hasn't cropped up. You could probably go on the Flea Bay and grab it now for a couple of quid. I don't suppose, but that's not the way I'm doing this. And it is EXRA, Extreme G Racing Association. So there's 2 versions of this. Not 2 versions. There's 2 games in this sort of series, if you like. I think this is the second one. The first one is you see it all day long, but this is the sort of more elusive one on the Cube, anyway. At least from a CX perspective, it is all there. It's all complete. I'd have to swap the case over on this one, and down there is on the insert is a chewed up. They took off the sort of colour bit, but again, I'm happy with that for the minute. If I see what the boot and the disc snapped, or there's no instructions or whatever, and the insert's fine, it's a swap out. It would be an upgrade. I'll just upgrade it. Actually, we'll just notice that. Bollocks, I thought this was quite a good nick. Overall, it's alright. It's complete, so I ain't fucking moan too much. Again, one I didn't see on CX's site. Bought this, which took fucking ages to come as well. I was nigh on about ready to email them, and it turned up on Saturday. It is Conan. And it's a 2-disc game, believe it or not. Why, I do not know. I do not know why I swallowed a fly. It's fine. I've just noticed there's 2 little dinks there. You can just see them up there. I can live with that for the minute. So yeah. Actually, I've got that Zelda, haven't I? I'll probably swap them over. Right. A couple more items. Where did I see this one? I think it was on the PS2. This is more elusive on the PS2 than it is on the Wii, but I got it on the Wii anyway. It is again by it's by Rising Star Games, who they're quite renowned for their decent titles, and it's Baroque. So I don't really know too much about it. It's an action RPG. Atlas. There we go. I think there's a couple of them on CEX's website actually. Oh, a little funny thing happened. I'll show you. With this, because I modded the Saturn 60 Hz, so I usually have it switched on. But because these are Japanese games, and I think because this game might be optimised for 60 Hz. I'll show you. See if I can show you. When you flick it over, then we take it down, flick the switch. So obviously it's pushing it too fast. It's like probably double timing it over 60 Hz. But I did think the disc was fucked initially. So I just thought, it sounds like he's playing too quick. And I just knocked it down and it was fine. So yeah, there we go. Anyway, PS2 titles. This one I didn't have, which surprised me actually, because I was sort of case. So I could probably use that Need for Speed one. I think this completes them all now for PS2. Turtles 3, Mutant Nightmares. I don't think the actual game itself's that great, but you do get to unlock titles in time. Again, all complete. The only problem is the case doesn't close quite right at the bottom, and yeah, someone's obviously peeled off the stick at the back, but PS2 case, well, not too bad. And the last one, from a bit of sexing. I missed out on this before on there, and I looked at, I'd had it in my basket, and again, I say this every time, what I tend to do is try and buy more than one item so you sort of maximise the postage, and I did got a real great deal on the postage. I'll show you the last thing in a minute. And I had this in my, obviously it's sold by the time I'd sort of found anything else. I've got this copy, it's fucking mint, so I'm quite happy. Dead cheap as well. I'm pretty sure there's one for sale already still on there. It's Phantom Brave. Again, it's a bit like a tactical RPG. 2 discs, all complete, in absolutely fantastic condition. Can't fault it. Well happy. Blah blah blah. Makes a change. And that's the big ups. So I can't remember, it might have been Baroque or one of them of the titles I bought, and I got this with it as well. I bought this at the same time, and I was sort of umming and ahhing because I sort of googled it, and I thought, I bet it's going to come in like loose or it's going to be fucked, and it's come through. It's bar one issue, which I can't knock them for it, to be honest, because I don't know if it happened in post, in transit, in the postage or not, but I'm well happy with it. It is this beast. Now this is actually a controller. It's a PS2 controller, the sole controller for Demon Siege on Onimusha 3, and it's weird as fudge. So the only real thing is, I don't know if you can see it there, a little bit of crushing. I'm guessing that's probably in the post. But if you consider I paid £2.50 postage for this, and I don't know, it might be Phantom Brave, might be Baroque, but at the same time, they lost technically they've lost money, but they've probably made money because, you know, they paid peanuts for this. But it is all there. I'll just show you the main. Oh, actually, get it out. It's got this weird tackiness to it, so I don't know if anyone else has got one of these. They can tell me if it's meant to be. I'm guessing it probably is meant to be a bit tacky, given the nature of it. It's white. It's wireless. Oh shit. It's all bagged up. It's all in. Can't fault it. So you got these. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I looked on. Obviously, you look on eBay because I just wanted to make, like I said, just make sure I'm not overpaying and stuff like that. And no, I wasn't. So I was well happy. That's that way, isn't it? So what you got? I can show you. It's fucking insane. I haven't tried it yet. Not a chance. But it is. Let's get it in there. Fucking massive samurai sword, which is obviously it's all plastic. You take it out. There's your blade. Look. But it's Hori. It's made by Hori. So the idea is you hold it kind of like this, a bit like maybe a precursor to the Wii. I don't know. You've got your buttons at the back, left and right. I mean, obviously you don't need that. That just comes off. So technically you could sort of just use that. That's just for effect. And there's a little stand with it and everything. So yeah, this has got like a weird, like a tacky feel to it. But I'm guessing that's probably. I don't know if it's designed that to make sure it doesn't slip out your hand. Because if you see if it's like that, it'd be all over the shop. But yeah, to show you. So it just, where does it say Hori there? Ooh, where are we? There's none on eBay. There's none of these for sale on eBay, other than in the States. And I think they're not expensive, but the shipping's like 50 odd quid, so they are expensive. You know, it's the total cost, isn't it? Total cost of ownership. I'm going to sort that out in a minute because it's going to take me ages to put that back in. But yeah, it's got a stand. It comes white. It's, like I said, I mentioned before, it's wireless. Yeah, I'm well happy with it. It's a big old fucking box. One day when I get a proper room and I can display all the tap like this, it'd be a nice display piece. So yeah, got me samurai sword, motherfuckers. And with that, it's Tales from the Boot time. So booting was back on the menu, boys. How did we get on? Alright. It was all... nearly had another fisticuffs with fucking arsehole. Twat. So I'm moving stuff around now. Not a massive deal, not a great deal of stuff in terms of, you know, sort of volume, but some nice items. A few bits I kind of took a bit of the flyer on a little bit. But I think it's worked out all right. Again, it's getting, I mean, it's a beautiful day now. Like now it's brightened up, but this morning it was dark and it's cold. So my mate who I'll go with, he sort of said, we're going to go to this other one. Steve. And I forget his name, he knows which boot I'm on about. I went to that one. Yeah, I nearly had a fight. And the guy was Polish, or of European descent, trust me. Fucking arsehole. I think that was the first lot of stuff I picked up actually, so I might as well start with that. There's actually no, well, I'll do this last because there's only two sort of bundles, 2-3 bundles, that's it. Grabbed me a fat PS2, been in someone's garage somewhere with a controller with the AV and the power lead. Wanted a 5, I got three quid. I sent that over to, oh Jesus Christ, look, there's a live spider on it. Ah, free spider. But that's how the wife, she'll fucking shit herself. I need something to kill the spider with. Yeah, look, we use Final Fantasy 2. Sorry, Spide. Oh. Damn, he's still alive, motherfucker! He's not now. Dead spider. I've just killed one of God's creatures, that's it, I'm going to hell. I couldn't have it on there, the missus would do a fucking nut. I told you she's scared shit of spiders. Anyway, Fat PS2 with, which was with what was a live spider. Yeah, £3. I say my Indian mate can he can quite have that £10. Grab these two. Excuse me, £1.50 each. Lego Batman, Mario Party 8, CX fodder. I've done alright at them, I'm pretty sure of it. But yeah, I don't like this car boot at all. It's fucking, it's horrible. It's a horrible looking car boot. So, into the pile. This is it. So essentially, what the story goes. Actually, there was something else that have since moved on, and I'll explain that as well. There's a chap there, which I think it was his two daughters, but I think one of them might not be his daughter because she was calling him by his name, like Greg, and the other girl was calling him Daddy. So I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't really particularly matter. It was just a weird setup, you know, when you sort of hear people. I always find it weird when you hear kids call their parents by their names. There's a lad down the road who used to do that. Him and his sister used to call the mum and dad like Jeanette and Chris. I always find that weird. Anyway, because that was a bit weird to me. It might have been. At first I thought it was probably just a mate, but it wasn't. They were both sisters, kind of thing. Anyway, this guy gets his boot out, and ordinarily this car boot, I don't tend to ask people. I don't know. I just don't like it. But I thought, fuck it. You know, it's probably one of the last ones I'm going to go to. Thought, yeah, bollocks to it. So he's getting this stuff out very slowly, and I was just sort of peeking the boot. No, not in the boot. Just look round, and I can see something on the back, rest on the back of the boot. And I'm like, fucking hell. So I said to the chap, I said, oh, how much is that particular item? And he was like, oh, £10. I was like, can I have a quick look at it? He said he was a bit reluctant. He said, yeah, okay. So I looked at it and I said, oh yeah, I'll have that. I said, you haven't, again, Kevin Wolford 123. Have you got any more game stuff? Oh, I'm not sure we might. And the Gills, his two daughters, went, oh yeah, we've got loads of different bits, and I could see his face like this sort of thing. And I was like, oh, okay. So he pulled these two sort of wicker basket things on the table, and I went to look in it. He went, oh, you can't look in the boxes yet. We're not set up yet. You have to wait. Or he goes, you have to come back. So a lot of times I don't mind. I said I'll just hover about because I just thought, fuck it. If it's got this, what I've got, there might be some other gold in there. So I was loitering, and another little fucking scabby lizard cunt comes along, and he stands there. He went to look in the box, and the daughter was like, oh, you can't. And then he went to stand in front of me. I goes, yeah. I said, I've got dibs on that. I said, I've already asked. Fuck off, you little cunt. Because I just don't like the people that inhabit this car boot at all. So I'm there waiting for this guy, and he's fucking obviously taking his time. He's taking the piss basically on purpose. You know, he's one of these people that gets one bag out and just sorts one bag, and he gets another bag and sorts, and that's how it was. And then when he sort of said to the daughter, oh, can you put them things in the box out? That was it. It was fucking feeding frenzy. Honestly, fucking hands and arms and everything was going all over the shop. So I'm like, what the fuck? Someone's there, getting things out of this box, and I just feel like this nudge. So I fucking nudge back, whack. And this fucking Polish cunt turns around, what are you pushing me for? I said, don't fucking start me, pal. I'll fucking chin you cunt. I had fucking enough, man, honestly. Fucking motherfuckers. It really. Oh, my mate Ryan, he was there. He was like, what was that about? I said, did you see him? I said, that was a fucking joke. And it wasn't just a Polish guy, there was English people, they all do it. You know, if you're looking in a box, they're just fucking hands over you and try and nudge you out of the way. But it's a fucking joke. Really disrespectful. Don't like it. So having wrestled these particular items, I mean, this thing here, the first thing that I got, I paid him. I paid it anyway, put it in my bag, and I was waiting for the other bits to come out, and he wouldn't budge on his prices. There's no haggling. It wasn't just me; it was everybody. You know, if someone picked up like a Furby, oh, it's £5. Well, you take 4. No, £5. That's how it was. So you didn't. There's no point even trying to haggle. So I got three additional items off him. One of them was the Slim PS2, which he wanted a tenner for. My mate who I go with, he's got a friend at work who was after one. So I just basically said, look, you can have a 15, which I would get off my mate from India anyway, or wherever he's from, Malaysia or whatever. So, you know, flipped it for a £5, quick win. So what did I end up with after all that? After near enough fucking chinning some fucker. £45, no, 25. So I spent £55 with this guy. £10 the Slim PS2, which has gone for 15, which is what I'll get for it anyway, really. Less the controls, whatever. But I'm not too fussed. I've got a pink PS. I can't stop whining up. But you know what it is as well? It's because all them mother arseholes were there as well. And principle, I fucking grabbed it. And I couldn't grab it. Obviously, there were games for everything as well. There's no way you could have grabbed it all. It was impossible. And some people might sort of say, "Oh, that's the boot. That's how it's meant to be." Well, no, I disagree. You know, if someone's fucking looking at something and someone's asked for something, then they've got first refusal. But it's a horrible car boot. It really is. It's horrible. I don't like going there. I don't really. But I suppose overall I've done alright. Anyway, look, pink PSP, which was a tenner. Not bad. It works. No charger. No chargers of anything actually, which I don't know if I've cocked up there or not, but it's not the end of the world. No memory on it, but yeah, nice pink PSP there, Grubster, if you're watching. I know pink is your colour of choice, and it comes in a nice sort of little wallety thing. It's got the box. It is a 1003 model. It's probably worth a tenner, like I say. Shame about the charger, but I can live with that. What else do we get? Aqua Blue 3DS. Now, although it's boxed, it is kind of like an empty box. There's no innards, but the 3DS is here, and because it's obviously been kept in this case, it's in fantastic condition. Just a little smudge in there. No, it just works. I know it just because I've just switched it on already. Oh, come on. No, I don't want to. I don't want to see it. There you go, look. Yeah, it all works anyway. It all works. Yeah. So that was £25. I did. It's one of these ones where you after you bought it, because I bought it. But I mean, looking on CEX, because it's technically boxed, I think it's 40 odd quid trading value. I think they sell these for 78 or something. So I might be better off selling this. I don't know. I don't really like selling consoles and stuff like that. Everyone's trying to scam me, don't they? It don't work. This isn't right. And it's just sometimes it's easy just to fire it into CEX and be done with it. I think I can get about £35 cash back off it, so that might be the better option. But there was a few 3DS games. I think Mario Kart was the only standout one. I think he was asking about £3 a game. So that's that. I couldn't you can't be at all places at once, even on that little stall, because it was just like fucking piranhas. Yeah, I'm a piranha as well, but look, like I said before, don't mean to have to like it, does it? But the item I was really happy to get, and to be honest, if I hadn't got anything else all day, I'll be happy with this. It is missing the charger. Again, Steve will know what I'm about. Daft Steve will know what I'm on about. It's indoor, but it's in these like weird barn things, and the lighting's just that like fluorescent light, and you sort of sight is kind of impaired. It's hard to explain. The vision's it's limited. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but you don't see like you would do now because it's so dark. A, it's so dark 'cause it's early in the morning. B, doesn't have because it's got these like weird. It's like a cattle shed, so the lights aren't the greatest because they don't need to be. So you have this really weird hue to everything. That's probably the best word to describe it. Anyway, I'm fucking opening this thing. I haven't even showed you what it is. The thing that I saw sat on his boot, back of his boot was that. Actually, it was that way around. And I was like, I'd never seen one of these in the wild. Who was I talking to about this? I can't remember. Someone I mentioned, I said, I've never seen a Game Boy. I've never seen one. I've never held one. Never had one in the flesh, let alone even seen one in the wild. And I come across, and that sat. Literally, he's lifted his tail up, and it sat on the back there. So he went 10 quid. I was like, fucking straight away, having it. I obviously did check. Now it is missing the charger. But see, I don't know. I can't remember if the 3DS's come with chargers or not. But it's not the end of the world. I've had a look online. You can get like a USB cable you can plug into, another adapter. So I think they're about £3. It's got all the packaging. There we go. So I've never seen one of these. And it had a game in the back, and I was like, oh, please be something decent. No, some fucking copy shite. I mean, so these are essential. Oh, no, again, I wasn't. Chew. What does that do? Oh, it's just part of it. Like I said, I've never seen one before. They are absolutely tiny. But they are basically AGS 101s with a backlit. I know that Daz Kojo Zaloro. I know he's had one or two of these. But yeah, it's a fantastic little machine. Yeah. So like I say, at the point, so I bought this off the guy. I was quite happy to a degree, but when you see that sat on there, and then he was just a very odd person. He didn't want people around his stall. He's that kind of, welcome to the fucking car boot then. I thought there's got to be some else in there. It turns out there wasn't a great deal else after that, other than bits there. But yeah, well happy with that. For a tenner, I can get a charge for it, pretty sure, no doubt. The last little lot, and that's it, we're done. You can go. Oh, I've just one other bit to talk about actually. And then you can sod off and go and do something more interesting. So why don't you? Why don't you? Didn't they used to say that? Turn this off and go outside or something. Why don't you? Remember, why don't you? Those old bastards, remember, why don't you? Right. So the last lot, I met up with James. So essentially I went to this particular one that we don't particularly like too much in the morning. I know it sounds odd. And then we went to the regular one afterwards, which I bumped into James, Busabi James. He picked up some nice stuff. Again, obviously he'd been round the boot anyway, so I sort of said to him, was there anything and he got some nice 3DS titles and a couple of Wii titles. He said there's nothing else really anyway. Oh, I must mention Toy Fair last week, because he mentioned, he went, where was the Toy Fair video? There wasn't any games. There was a guy who had a couple of games, and shit, I should have shown him. I picked up 2 handhelds, picked up another Sonic one, which I've got one somewhere there, and I picked up a little Narc LCD thing. That's it, they're £1 each. I've got a little tiny bit of footage which I might insert here, which is on my mate's stall somewhere. But yeah, in terms of going round, didn't have a chance because I was out with my mate and he was kind of rushed off his feet. You see the size of his stall, so he didn't want it left once the public got in. But it was nice, it was really good. Retro Prime Paul, I know he's into his his collectibles and obviously his Transformers, and Comic Collector, I know he likes his Star Wars and figures and that. It was really nice just to see him walking around seeing boxed Megatrons and boxed Optimus Primes and all the mask boxed figures and He-Man and all that kind of stuff. It was really good just to sort of see it. I mean, I speak to my mate and he was on about it. I said, to be honest, I wouldn't mind buying it to have it for a bit, just look at, but then sell it. I don't want to keep it. But it's just nostalgia. So yeah, it wasn't a great deal, so I do apologise for not being any. I hadn't been before, didn't know what to expect, didn't know what it was like. So yeah. Anyway, bumped into James at the Booter. I think we got there about 7:30. So that tells you how early we were at this other one. So we got back, went to the normal one about 7:30. Bumped into James, he'd been round, got a few bits. And I sort of said to him about, there's a few, because people are still turning up. You know what I mean? So we wandered over, chatting away, chewing the fat, so to speak. And then, one of the stalls that turned up, a couple of Polish people, nice Polish people. There's nice Polish people, there's horrible Polish people. There's nice English people, there's fucking horrible English people. There's nice fucking whatever nationality or race, and there's horrible people of different races. There's horrible bastards all over the place. Anyway, I don't know if it was, it might be 2 brothers and one of their missus or whatever, I don't know. Anyway, 2 blokes and a lady. They had a lot of like tech stuff. So I sort of wandered over, you got any video game stuff? And he went, and she said, whoever it is, a brother or partner, video games. And he went, Nintendo. Fucking James was like a fucking rocket. Because the guy goes, come here, and he was like fucking sprinting in front of me. I was like, fucking hell. So the guy in his car, and it's quite weird. It's like a fever that consumes you. The guy pulls out his tub. Fucking James was like a fucking hawk, hands and everything. And I'm thinking, I did kind of ask, but we sorted it out, don't we? We're all good, we're all rosy. But I could see his enthusiasm. It's nice. I'm probably exactly the same. This sort of stuff kind of is more his bag. But equally, I'm not daft enough to turn it down, if that makes sense either. So the guy had a shit ton of I say shit ton, it's probably the wrong word. In a big box of Game Boy stuff. That's probably the best way to describe it. Quite a lot. And I think James was, because he's collecting for the Game Boy, he was picking bits. And I was thinking, well, I wouldn't, and he's probably thinking, I want that and I want it. So I just went, how much for the lot? So I thought that was the easiest thing. I just thought, if we buy the lot together, he can pick what we can do like a pick thing. So the guy was like, well, I don't know, he made me an offer. So I sort of did a rough adding up in my head, just the things that I could see, because obviously James was going through it all. And I was just like, did a quick tot up roughly, give or take. And I said 50 quid, which does sound a lot, but it's 25 quid each. And he went, 60. James didn't have 30 quid, so I paid 30 quid, he paid 26 or something like that. The guy took it anyway. So what we did, which I think was the fairest way, James is happy. He seemed to be happy. He got what he wanted anyway, which I knew anyway. I said to him, look, you want that, you take that. So we just did like, you pick, I pick, you pick, I pick, that kind of way. And it's all Game Boy stuff. So we got like a nice box, Indigo Game Boy Advance, all the stuff in there, you know, literally mint condition. Well, not mint, but near as damn it. A load of Game Boy colours that he wanted, stuff like that. This is what I got. I'm happy with it, to be honest. I've done a bit of a scrubbing up on a few bits and they've come up alright. Essentially I've got 4 Game Boy Advance SPs, 2 that are really nice condition, so a black and a blue. He was like, any of them AGS 101s? No, they're not. It was really because the guy had that much stuff and some of it was in like this, quite a nice condition, and some of it was like pretty beaten up, and I'll show you one in a minute. So I've got them 2, and I've got a silver and a red. So the silver is a little bit, it's not great, but the red's battered. The red's battered, but the silver's alright. But yeah, they work and stuff like that. So there's a couple of chargers. There's only 3 chargers. I've got a loose, again, a few little dinks on the screen, nothing major. Didn't go with the cover. So it was weird because the one that James had in the box had like one of them horrid fucking battery pack things. And then there was 2 that were sort of not pretty beaten up, and we just swapped the backs over. It's honest. Look, mate, look. You take, yeah, I know you want that, you have it. And to be honest, it's probably about 20-25 quid's worth there on its own. And he had, like I say, some colour stuff and whatnot, and I gave him a load of like, there's a load of like loose DS games and carts. I said, let's just fucking have them. I'm not too fussed. So the few bits that I've got anyway, the Game Boy Advance, the Lime DS Lite, which did need cleaning up a little bit. I'm hoping I can get away with it at CX. I don't know if you can see it, just in that corner there, look, see it, look, it's like a weird, a load of shit on it, and this was covered in stickers, and James would testify, I've cleaned it up, it's quite good actually, it's come up alright, it works, there's nothing wrong with it, but it's just in that corner, it's kind of leaked through underneath it, but I'm hoping I can get away with that. It's got the charger, so if I can fire that into CX or something like that, or whatever. Actually I can't, because it's not going to tag on the back. But there's a shop I might trade it in for. But I traded it, the other one in for Guitar Room, man. I think it'd been about 14 quid. So if I can do that again with that one, I'll be happy. And there's a few games. Nothing amazing. Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. Missing the little cover bit there though, unfortunately. It's a Rumble Pack version. I'm pretty sure these are quite standard. The one that all stands out is the Pokemon or the driving car game one. So, I mean, if anyone's interested in that, let me know. It's not really my thing, but I'm pretty sure if you can buy the driving one, you can just swap the cover thing over. A loose DS Super Mario Bros. Loose Sonic Advance. So we're just picking through these. And then the couple of bits that are probably, other than the SPs. So I was, like I say, spent 30 quid. Pretty sure I've done alright. It's a lot of money. I mean, 60 odd whatever we paid for it on top. But for me, from my aspect, I think James was a little bit like, that was most of his money gone. But there wasn't much else afterwards. I think he was a bit like, I said to him, look, you've got a boxed, pretty nice, mint condition Game Boy Advance, and he was like, yeah, because I think he was looking at it, at all the other stuff that he hadn't, or you know what I mean. But that's, if you're going to buy that, you're probably looking at, like I say, 20 or 25 quid anyway on its own. And I say all the other, he got some SPs and he got some Game Boy Colors and all that kind of stuff. So the last couple of bits from me is a Blaze Exploder Light, which is a cheap cartridge thing. Turns out it's about 10's worth actually, so that's not bad. Pokemon Sapphire, which you always think, oh, that's going to be worth. You know what? It ain't worth that much. Really, it's an OG when I can see the stamp, 19A. Probably not worth as much as you think it is. The one that's probably going to, really recoup my money dead quick is Pokemon Yellow. So yeah, to be honest, the SPs, I might do what I did in Blackpool. I might take some of them up to Manchester next week, and to see if Ricky or anyone else wants to do like a part X at the store. So next week anyway, I'm still going with the daughter. I'm not going on the train because James, when we spoke today, he was like, because I said to him, "Lol, we'll go to Manchester next week." He's like, "Oh, I was thinking about going that." He hasn't been before. He's a little bit, a little bit of trepidation. It's not really too. I said, "Look, come along." So the problem I've got though is, obviously I've already booked my train ticket, etc. So I couldn't, even if I wanted to, I couldn't really afford to give you any fuel money. He goes, "Oh, I wouldn't want any fuel money anyway." So, long story short, I should be able to get some a refund back off my tickets if I send them back quick enough. James is going to drive up there, so we're going to tag along. So we're going for a bit of a road trip, and it is quite daunting. I think if you haven't ever been to one of these before. So for James, it works out because he kind of gets a bit of a feel for what these events are like without sort of going on his own, essentially. So yeah, I will be. Obviously, I'm going to Manchester area. You all know that. Please come and say hello, and don't spit at me or don't kick my legs from underneath me if you do see me. But come and say hello. I'm a nice guy. The fact that he's driving now, I'm kind of thinking I probably shouldn't have too many beers, but I might have a couple. I'll probably have to have a few more than I was going to if we would have to get the train and etc. etc. So it takes the heat off a little bit from that aspect. But no, I'm not going to be hogging the bar. I'm not going to get completely like Sergeant slaughtered. But I will have a bit of a drink. I'm pretty sure. There's a load of people there that I want to say hello to. Alex from the Nintendo Arcade. We missed him at Blackpool. So there's a few chaps I want to have a chin wag with, and stuff like that. But yeah, it should be. It's weird because I think it's going to be a bit more subdued. I don't know if it's just me on the tubes. People just don't seem that excited about it. I don't know. I think Blackpool knocked the wind out of a lot of people. He knocked the wind out of me in terms of that trader store, the sort of trader hall rather, and the lack of stalls. And I think a lot of people have been a bit disillusioned by it all. So we'll see. I have heard from someone who used to do those events, probably the reason why it's been a bit subdued, but I'll leave that until I know for definite. Manchester will be the teller. We'll see how that is in terms of the trader stalls, and if what this guy's told me is true. That's it. I'm done. Get voting. YouTube of the month. Cracking channels there from Chris Novabug. Take it easy, YouTube, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.